I really hope so. You think you scare me? That's what I get for trying to be nice, eh? I'm trying to be reasonable here. I changed the order. One time. One time after construction begins, and I get all this badgering. Say, if you're interested, I do have a research budget, as you know. They just don't make these old parts anymore. So it's expensive. I finally have a test pilot. We can make some history. No, that's not any more true than it was a minute ago. Calm down. Maybe we can work this out. You know what? That does make sense. Are you here to see me in my work? You don't know what you're talking about. And then courteously point them to her. Ideally, with as few words as possible. You know, I have to make a living too. And Hope Tech can't just give away parts for free. Sorry, but I've got to charge you the same price as everyone else. I've got my orders. But maybe we can work something out. Huh. That makes a lot of sense. Now that I think about it, I recommend you go back to the ship and ask the captain to prepare for its retrofit. Standard stuff. I'm sure they have an engineer on board to help. I'm not sure about karma, but you're not wrong. It would be generous, and they'd likely show their gratitude in some beneficial way. Oliver sent a courier ahead of you. I did some research on ships from that era, and I have a decent idea what we're dealing with. I hope there's a way to work this out. I made some improvements to the prototype, and you can use it in your own ship. I'm not trying to be a hard ass. I just can't go any lower. All right, now, the whole trial is timed, so push the engines as far as they will go. Ah, so that's what this is. Oliver Campbell told me to expect you. His courier just left. You might be right. I'd have to redesign the whole cockpit from scratch. And we'll send the part along when it's ready and install it with the help of Oliver's people. Ah, of course. You're the diplomat Oliver was talking about in the message his courier just dropped off. Not if I go broke. It's a pretty big ask, given how rare these old grav drives are. Why would you say that? We're advancing science. I've even built a working prototype, and they won't even let me test it. Why do people always say that? I have a pet project I've been working on to develop a revolutionary new engine. Go there and get in the prototype, and we can put it through its paces. I'm still willing to talk. Didn't say you'd be so rude about it. But I guess that's the kind of company Oliver keeps. Oh, hello. Someone worth paying attention to. Danger. This is a scientific advancement we're talking about. Buying a standalone cushion is far more cost-effective. That's all just talk. Doesn't change anything. What? Why no? There wasn't even a single explosion. I'll still be here if you scrounge up the change. I'm not sure about karma, but I do know that I can't base my decisions off a concept that may or may not exist. It's all routine stuff. You could just skim it over on the computer over there and click accept. Yes, I have important work. You are? I mean, wonderful. Maybe we can work something out. Perhaps not. But I don't want to just settle for an offer far below its value. This part is incredibly difficult to come by. Joy, I thought there would be an independent and unbiased observer of this trial. Oh, it overheated. By a lot. Trying to reboot it. I'm trying to figure out how to help you. Oh? What is it? I know how much I'm worth. Too bad you don't. Come back when you've got enough. I'll still be here. Look, it's working. Now go faster. Give it more power and thrust. Nice words, but they don't change anything. Well, why yes. Aren't you the clever one? Nobody wants that. In my experience, the right offer is always worth waiting for. When you're pushing into the unknown, who cares about risk? Why do people keep saying that? The math is good. Promise. I'm not scared of you. I'd say it's 95% safe. Or 90. 90%. If you don't like it, find someone else to deal with. Sorry. I've got orders, you know. Price still stands for parts and labor. Not sure that's the best way to get me on your side. I know! Those readings were amazing. What? No, that's not true. I haven't agreed to anything yet. Yeah, I hope so. Let's not close the door on this just yet. Wait! We still have business to discuss. With a man trial, I'm sure the engine prototype will impress everyone. I don't see how. You know how it is. I'm the one you've got to deal with. Like it or not. We can cover the details of the trial once you're there. But when has advancement been risk-free? Can you I don't know, do something? Maybe hit the control panel? Pleasure working with you. See? Well, not too far. Just get to the destination. Oh, but they are, Joy. See? You do? That's excellent. You have no idea how much I've been starved for decent conversation. Too bad. We're following in the footsteps of giants. Korolev, Von Braun, Ko. Well, not this prototype, but the other two prototypes yielded fascinating data. Hold on. I never said that was my final offer. I'll throw in the labor for free, but it's still going to cost you for the parts. So you need me? I came down the stairs. This engine prototype just needs one successful test. Is that too much to ask? This is what you call negotiating? But the good news is that Joy was so impressed, she's cleared the prototype for field tests. I'd like to keep this civil. Oh, yes. Goodbye, is it? So grav drives didn't really take off until after the ship was built. But I've got access to an ancient grav drive that looks like it could be compatible. With some minor adjustments. It's in good shape, too. Ah, right. The grav drive for that old colony ship. Well, as long as you're willing to pay for parts and labor up front, we have a deal? No, pretty simple. Standard with extra cargo. Although he has been hinting that the R&D budget may dry up if I don't produce results. You look like someone actually interesting. Perhaps not an engineer or scientist. You think I'm a pushover? If anything, it worked too well. Nice words. But they don't change anything. I really doubt it. You made it. It worked! Well, mostly. So Oh, wait. You stopped it! I'd like to think so. To be so close and be stopped by antiquated safety standards. Oh, we were so close! Plus, here are the credits. Oh, what a joyous day! Oh, you're still here? So my prototype is docked to the system. The engine's all hooked up. It may need to warm up. I hear you. Maybe it is selfish of me to demand such a price. It's back online. But the engine's damaged. It can't even handle 50% now. That's something I hadn't considered. I could be famous. And with that comes more lucrative contracts. Oh, hello. I'm not used to people wanting to talk to me. No way. It's my ass if something goes wrong here. I did some research on ships from that era, so I have a decent enough idea of what we need to do. Recognition doesn't pay the bills. And really, do I want everyone to know that they could sweet talk me out of my fees? No, thank you. You know what? You're wasting my time. Oh, sure, there are the odd complaints about comfort and lack of decent airflow. I really hope so. I get the feeling you're trying to stiff me. I think he appreciates my attention to detail and my focus on the fundamentals. Oh, huh. Doesn't look like you have enough credits. It's hard to find one of these parts around anymore. So I'm going to need the credits up front. No. I'd say it's at most very dangerous. You don't scare me. The way I see it, you need what I'm offering more than I need what you're paying. I don't think so. Happily. You're starting to make a lot of sense. Make sure you write down whatever you're thinking of. Well, that's very generous. I'm sure you knew the personal cost could be high when you volunteered for that. Sorry. Look, I'd like to help, but I sure hope those colony ship folks were able to get where they were going with that grab drive we gave them. There may be a slight glitch. No, it's not that simple. Oh, no. That wouldn't work. The O2 needs enough capacity for the whole ship. I really hope so. As much as I'd love to, I just don't know if I can afford to take a loss on this. Again, I'm sorry. Can you feel the excitement? We are about to advance science. You're darn right it is. I'll get to work on it right away. The engine appears to be unresponsive. The repair system should get it back online shortly. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, no. I think you may be right. Before we can do anything, you have to enroll and sign the legal waivers. And on the off chance it doesn't work right away, I will make sure it works. You've got my word on that. Don't get ahead of yourself. Easy. We're just talking, right? Sorry to hear. But this is an expensive piece of equipment. They don't make them like this anymore. You know what? You might be... Wait. No. What am I saying? And the odds this one will result in a nuclear explosion are really quite low. Sorry, I cut out of the channel. I don't see how. Stop trying to confuse me. After the first two prototypes had a mishap, the security chief, Joy, has had it out for me. I'm just doing my job, you know? I'm sure you're on the up and up. I doubt more talk is gonna change my mind. Yeah, you're right. I, I don't know what I was thinking before. Sure, that sounds like me. What can I do for you? I'm a little busy, but I think I could spare some time. That's what I'm hoping. I'm not trying to make her life difficult, you know? We could save valuable weight if we got rid of the pilot seat. Maybe an ottoman? Even Joy had to recommend to Mr. Hope the trials continue. The ship's in orbit around the moon. Sure, whatever. I'm starting to think you're right. If only you could have kept it going at that speed, we would have won. Sure. Bye. Generally, they only care about efficiency, cost effectiveness, and reliability. It should be more stable, but sadly, slower. Maybe check in with me later? Well, all of them. I've been with Mr. Hope since near the beginning, and if you want to be a certified Hope Tech test pilot, I can make it happen. Don't get bent out of shape. So you do have a backbone. You're wasting my time. Just board the prototype vessel. We'll show her. Maybe we can still work something out. Oh, it's marvelous. Theoretically, I could. But any re-engineering would delay my project. You do that. Are we still talking? Oh, the engine is done again. Working on it. Come on. Don't be that way. True. I keep telling myself I'm holding on to it for the right time. Perhaps this is that right time. Tell you what. Sounds like this is for a good cause. While I can't give you the part for free, I won't charge you for the work. There's nothing to talk about. I've already made myself clear. Absolutely. Working with old tech isn't always easy. But I've never come across a job I couldn't do. You may think so, but I don't. They say that it would leak lethal amounts of radiation, or that it has a slight possibility it will explode. But they almost always side with the numbers. I don't see why. As long as the outside stays the same, it will have the same atmospheric behavior. But I learned so very much. The odds of this one blowing up are remote. Honest. Once you get back on your ship, come see me in Hopetown. All right, fine. You might have overdone it a little, but I respect a strong negotiator. I can see that. But not some carbon copy corporate drone. It's nice to meet you. I seem to attract the types with big talk and empty pockets. Oh, I had no idea. That's very generous. I may need to rethink this. All right, I'm willing to hear you out. I'm still listening. Customers are for Inaya. I've received repeated instruction to smile. This isn't getting us anywhere. That's true. You know what? I like you. Maybe we can work something out. As you know, they just don't make these old parts anymore. So it's expensive. Hope Tech needs brave new innovations. We're so much more than space freight. Or I can answer questions. But test pilot, right? I think... No. Stop it! You're trying to confuse me. What? Why? I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. Don't think I'm desperate or anything. But you do have a point. Yes, I'm sure. Maybe so. Parts not cheap, though. Neither is the labor. Just pay the combined cost of parts and labor, and it's yours? Oh, you should have just said that. Of course I can help you. Okay, good. I don't like a pushover. I don't suppose you're interested in the really important things we do here. I can see that. Hold on. You're trying to confuse me, aren't you? Sorry, but I can't. And thrust is all that matters once you're in hard vacuum. Just strap some extra plating on it and that should do it. You might be right. Don't mistake being reasonable for being a pushover. I really doubt it.